Is this thing on?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I was too busy like doing this the whole time.
Yes.
I'm
an old
Hi,
school
Scurvy
brother,
Dog.
so yeah, it's just like I get into the intro. I'm like, Raw, it's the old school, like Raw. I mean,
Yay!
it works.
It was
Congratulations to us. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. We're a day early because I've got towns to make this weekend, and Ashley's busy too. But it's great to be here with Yin's guys on this beautiful thirstiest of Thursdays. My name is Spiffy Sean Styles. I am the last of the old school. That is my partner in crime, the better looking, the better talented half of the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. That's my friend Ashley. Hey, girl,
Hi,
hey.
babies.
So, shout out to the Falcons Nest. First of all, thank you, boys, for your patience and understanding as we are in true wrestling promoter fashion, fashionably late for bell time. I don't think any wrestling show in the history of wrestling shows has ever like really gone off on time, but it might. You're live, pal. There we go. Thank you, Scurvy Dog. Listen, you can find us on we're on my Twitch. You've got the Twitter machine. You've got Facebook. You've got pretty much everything. You can find us at, and if you need more, we got that right there. You can use that link to track me down all over the interwebs. Look, we got production now. Look at us.
Yeah.
I mean, or at least whatever it is.
Woo!
Thank you. Yeah, there. Thank you. That's
my makeup looks good. Yeah.
Look great.
The shirt. We did.
Listen, one of the first endorsements we got to get, I got to talk to the boys about Rode mics and everything like that, is we have to find headphones for me that don't mess with the faux hawk. Like that's tough. I mean, it's we'll navigate it. You know, I know most of the hoots are rocking the full baldness thing going on here, but like I'm trying to keep it going as long as I can. You got to work with what you got. And I still have good hair.
The Lord gave you.
Gave me decent hair into my 40s. So
see,
calling it on the fly is what we do. And if you know anything about that, in the actually that's a Vegas show, which by the way I better see you at. Is it's called On the Fly. It's an old school wrestling show put on by the Cauliflower Alley and that group, and it's legitimately kind of that old school. Nothing planned. The workers don't even know their matches. They're sitting at ringside, and it literally happens on the fly. So it is very much kind of a throwback, a callback to the way wrestling kind of used to be, as far as just putting matches together and all that stuff before it got back when it was wrestling and a little more wrestling, a little bit less of a television show.
Ooh.
So, there you go. That's my one disgruntled last of the old school brother. Like, this business has changed. These damn kids now flipping all around.
Oh, stop it!
No,
evolve, you old fart.
It wasn't even me. Listen, when I broke into the business, like there were those guys still there. You know what I mean? And they were yelling about us. You know, and we weren't doing anything remotely like they're doing nowadays. You know, but that's like everything else. And we talk about this all the time about how wrestling is an art form and how it's subjective, and what works for me is not going to work for somebody else. And that's one of the great things about professional wrestling is you have everything from that hardcore, quote unquote garbage wrestling. If you want to do death matches and light tubes and all that stuff, wonderful. If you like acrobatic wrestling, you've got lucha and you've got some great cruiserweight action. If you want old school meat slapping meat wrestling, shout out Big E. You can there's something for everybody, and that's one of the things I learned as a promoter was to kind of give everybody something in the meal. You know what I mean? You can't just have 7 courses of steak. I mean, you can.
I mean, you can,
But
but it's you got to have your ice cream. It's like ice cream. It's like a tossed salad. You want to have all the different stuff in there. If you're going to have a sundae, do you just want a sundae with just vanilla, or do you want the cookies and cream? Do you want the daiquiri ice? Do you want the strawberry? Do you want the hot fudge and the sprinkles? You got to be able to give it all. Or like a salad for you healthy people, you got to have your lettuce, your carrots, what have you. That's what wrestling is. No more light tubes. That's just, my PSA for the day. No more light tubes. Okay, I might
this
have more.
podcast obviously sponsored by Blue Chew. Toss your salad, get yourself some Blue Chew. You like that with the sound effect? I know. This is the kind of production we're working on here, kids.
Okay, I was
top-notch professional operation we've got here in week whatever this is, week 3 or 4, whatever like that. But last week we unveiled kind of a new format, or lack of format, because we don't really have that. But one of the things Ashley came up with was talking about like our factions, and one of the questions wrestling talk shows ask all the time. And in fact, if you watched Chris Van Vliet and MJF, it's a
so good
segment. It was great. But it's a segment that is everywhere now, where they ask MJF his Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And the Mount Rushmore of wrestling has always traditionally been, your favorite wrestlers or whatever like that. So what this beautiful, smart, funny, sexy, dare I say, out of my league woman came up with. Go on.
Continue. But the whole pod.
So I can't believe I can form sentences in your presence. I'm just, No, but one of the things that we came up with was and again, wrestling being so subjective, is there is an opportunity to have not 1, not 2, not 5, but pretty much an unlimited amount of Mount Rushmores, and they can all be right next to each other, and that's fine. So our Mount Rushmore this week, in honor of Black History Month, is the Mount Rushmore of influential Black wrestlers. So and this is a hard, get
your life together, and I'll model the shirt.
Yes,
equality is greater than division, and that is something that is very important when we talk about the world, and in the world of wrestling as well.
You can see mine too. In honor of Ashley's first round draft pick last week, I had to break out the Macho Man, who was number 1 on the Mount Rushmore.
And I love already. We have a comment, Ernie Ladd. Very good.
You guys see, you understand the assignment
where we're going, but there's a little caveat here, you guys.
Yes, because you have your own, kind of wrinkle on this, as you often do. As I begin to brother up for my 6 a.m. flight here, guys.
Yes, he has to get it together. The rules. Technically, there are no rules. However, there are at least 2 mountains. You can have an all men's mountain, a women's mountain, or a mixed mountain. Tag teams do count as 1 head.
1 head. Thank you, Falcon's Nest. This is something that listen. Friendships were ruined. Families were split in 2. It's the issue in professional wrestling right now. Everywhere. You heard it here first. Does a tag team count as 1 head on the Mount Rushmore, or do they count as 2 heads? Yeah, I know. Please, no fighting. There's too much division in the world right now. This is a place where we all come together. If I knew how to read Ashley's shirt, something about that.
Yeah.
So again, like, you could do men, you could do women, you could do both. But 5, because as we learned last week from my sister over there, who does watch the History Channel, the original Mount Rushmore was supposed to have 5 heads on it, not 4. But here we are. All right, YouTube. I'm okay. We're trying to track everybody down. As we get started, guys, please, again, do us a favor. It is a new podcast. It's a new live thing right here. We are taking questions. We are taking your comments. This is real time. This is happening right as this is happening right now. Please share this if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, whatever social media you're watching this right now. Give it a quick share to your friends, especially if they like wrestling. We're trying to get the word out. And this podcast, if you're missing us live, is available on Spotify and iTunes and
all of our
Amazon
social
now,
media
Amazon,
that we share
iHeartRadio.
now.
Look at us. I mean, we're on all the big ones now. We got there. So there, look, I got look at that.
Ooh, that's
Look.
I like that. I like that. I see a question here. The answer is yes. They can count as one head. I don't see why not.
Who's counting one head? Are we fighting still?
Curvy Dog asks.
All three faces of Foley, do they all count as one head?
Why not?
Technically four, because Mick Foley
is
head. So, not to split hairs here, but as the wrestling connoisseur that I am, fun segue, fun lack of segue, fun. One of the hosts is the adult
words
ADHD segue. I was there at the Civic Arena in 1998, King of the Ring. I was working with a local wrestling company. We actually did the pre-show at the Civic Arena outside the gate, like to get into the King of the Ring, 1998. So literally, I was ring announcing. I was in a sumo suit. I was whatever I was doing, but like we got a chance to like go down and hang at the actual King of the Ring, where Foley. That was the off the top of the gimmick there. That was in Pittsburgh.
'Twas.
Cheers, Foley. Great guy, by the way. All right.
You ready?
Yes, all of the Foley's the five faces of Festus. Is that a thing? Can we make the five faces? Listen.
Someone make sure he sees that.
Five faces of Festus. We got it. Somebody
someone make sure he sees that.
Mark. Wait, there's a way to do that. Hold on. I think I got it. I'm learning all the stuff. Like I can mark the tape. We got to mark the tape right there at 12 minutes in. Somebody write that down.
Because that's good.
When we go back and try to find the viral clips and stuff like that, it has to be the five faces of Festus. And listen, the fact that the freaking Deacon has resurfaced because of I'm just gonna say the juggernaut that the return of Festus has been to the professional wrestling industry, and it has.
Preach.
If you don't know, Google it because it's sweeping the nation.
I watched it; it was great.
So we were talking about this kind of before the show started. You and I, Ash, where one of my friends in the business, who I knew as a person, and we were talking about this just about like what do you want to be called? Because you've got your quote unquote shoot names, and you got your government names, and you got your work names, and you got some of us have several different faces of Festus. So it was one of the things that getting a chance to see and Drew I was gonna call him Chad. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, that's who he
was just talking about different in the machine gun. Back when we all kind of started, it was very common for the boys to just call each other by their work names, where a lot of times we didn't even know shoot names unless we like really knew the guys. And now it's a little different and everything like that. But like it was one of those things where like there's guys that I've known for 20 years that I'm like, oh, Mike's not your actual name. Oh, what a good worker. What was the point of this?
Well, no, that leads into something. So as you know, I do play two characters on a all Black virtual wrestling group that you can find. Our shows will be starting soon on YouTube, called AON. So please follow. Please follow us. And I play Ash the Ace, who is a And if you go look at my TikTok, you can see a clip of how she went crazy. She is a well, the virtual wrestling part's not on there, but AON, you'll find it. She is a manager valet who was a former champion who got injured and lost her shit. And so she uses her money and influence to build her group is called the Agents of Anarchy.
All
And
right.
yeah, so it's gonna be really good. And then her assistant, her name is Cheyenne, and Cheyenne is an offshoot of people I know who have Southern accents, as well as I've thought of the name from one of my coworkers' daughters. And I was like, why does the name Cheyenne keep going in my head? And then it just dawned on me. So Cheyenne is also inspired by Hillman's best graduate, Whitley Gilbert. So she is a little gossip. She has her own thing called Chai Tea Time. So yeah, so I answer to Ash, I answer to Cheyenne. My mom sometimes calls me your sister Margaret, so I answer to Margaret. But
Black
yeah,
don't
just
crack.
because
I've
people,
heard,
no,
you
it
know,
does
you can
not.
have a cute older sister.
I do.
He'll tell you.
She's 2 inches shorter than me.
Listen, I have I have a real life little brother who is 7 years younger than me that I don't ever miss an opportunity to tell him how people think he's the older brother or how
Oh.
we might be like twins or whatever like that. And we're not. He just you know, had a harder life than me. No,
Well, my I
yeah,
have
he had an ex-wife, and that'll make you lose your hair.
oh, you
You know,
stop it. Yeah, my
it's not my
younger
ex-wife.
brother and I, we do that all the time. We when
So
someone
that's
asks us,
awesome,
they
and you
try
have
to
to.
card us, and we're like, so who's the oldest? And they never get it right. They always say that he's older than me, and I'm like, yeah, there's a 9 year difference. So
I'm going to say this as an old school brother that was brought up this way. That's a guy that knows how to work. If he's if every time it's like, oh, this must be your sister. That's a brother that knows how to work. He was raised right. That's an old school guy. So no, I need all your the AON wrestling stuff, all that stuff.
oh yeah.
Please.
I thought I sent you. Well, I didn't send you that one, but you have my link. My link has all my other stuff.
Well, see, like
This
it's
is fresh.
listen. There's no reason for me to have my. I'm here to get
You
my shit
have
in, kid. I'm
it. Don't make me
look.
start.
I can do mine. I can do mine back and forth. Like
You
but
had
I
mine up the second week or the first week, and then I don't know what happened to it.
that was weeks ago. We've talked at length about my squirrel.
As do I. All right, we
See,
are going to get on subject. We're going to get on subject, and he's going to have
this is
all my
subject.
links.
My
He's going to have
God,
all my links in the comments at the end of this, or he's not going to get on his airplane because I will keep blowing up his phone. So there.
y'all heard that, right? Like that's a whatever they call that, like whatever.
That is
Sky,
a truth.
that's sky threat right there.
That is a truth. All right, so you ready?
No, here's the real life thing. There is no format until she literally tells me what her format is for her Mount Rushmore for this topic, and I haven't thought about it. You guys can obviously Herb Simmons, especially one of the legendary promoters in the St. Louis area, is watching right now.
Hello,
Thank you, Herb. Always a pleasure. He's got a great fan fest. If you are an old school brother and you're not doing anything at the beginning of May, you should go out there. There's a weekend. He's got an amazing lineup of guys already booked. He told me that he was full. He gave me the old school brother where he's like, you got to talk to my booker, man. There's nothing I can do. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We got like 85 wrestlers in the locker room, man. And I don't know, man. It's overbooked already, man.
Which means you guys got to go if you're in the area and support. Get your tickets and support.
Listen, even if you're not in the area, one of the cool things about these weekends,
the internet.
Because we have the Cauliflower Alley, for example, is in Las Vegas, which is my friend Ashley's hood. but that's and it's an excuse, first of all, to go to Las Vegas. Second of all, it's a great opportunity to see a lot of like legends and guys that have been contributed a lot to the business that are still around and still trying to do what they can to give back or to still contribute. And some of them are trying to get, some of us are trying to help out guys that maybe didn't take care of their money in the 80s when they were making towns 350 days a year and couldn't get their hip replacement, couldn't get their knees done, whatever like that. So it's I was telling my friend Dave Marquez, I'm gonna drop some names here. So I was telling Dave earlier today, where I'm a lifetime member of the Cauliflower Alley Club, and I am because of how I was raised in the wrestling business. And listen, you're never going to agree with everything that happens in wrestling. There's always going to be a shady promoter or a shady, whatever. But at the end of the day, finding a couple places like we were talking about Herb's Fan Fest convention in St. Louis, May 8th and 9th, I believe. I'm doing this off the top of my head, Herb. So if I'm wrong, please
put it in the comments.
Okay, thank you. I was going to say, please, while I'm vamping for you. All right. Yeah, but like events like that it's an opportunity for lifelong fans like me to also be, hey, didn't I see you get beat on Shotgun Saturday Night back in 1990? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's, so it's also that, God, I remember being in the pool at the Plaza Hotel and Jason Sensation comes up to me. So there's going to be a couple like real like wrestling fans when I said Jason Sensation are already like, I'm not a nugget. He did it in the pool, by the way. He did it for real. Like that's a guy that, talking about living the gimmick. He is. But like it's great to see. Thank you, Scurvy, for trying to get back on track. He's probably gonna be on my list. Well, he's definitely gonna be on my list. Okay.
Good.
So
you ready?
No, he is not. No, come on. See, that's what I'm talking about. We're not trying to bury God damn it. This is why we can't have nice things.
For $9.99.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, there's a button somewhere you can whatever. No.
Okay.
Like and subscribe and send us money, whatever. Go. You talk. You drink.
We're gonna get on topic. Okay.
First the topic.
So here's the deal. Like I said, you can have a women's, a men's, a intermingling. You can do whatever you want. This is your Rushmore. I want to see your answers in the comments. I did not pick JYD, although I did think about picking JYD. And it was because I did like the fact that JYD used his gimmick while he was not on the road. I loved hearing that story.
He bit people's asses?
About how he was blind, even though he lived the whole gimmick. Yes,
didn't even know that.
Yeah, he used that whole. I thought that was back then, because everybody took everything very like wrestling's real, damn it, and they meant it. And he literally did the whole. He was blind, birth of his child, blind. So yeah, I did not have him on my list, but if you are ready, my dear Spiffy.
Listen, you roll as you see fit. I'm just here to have decent hair and talk too much.
All right. So
I'm good at both of those things, by the way. I know my lane, people. I'm going to stay in my lane.
So before I start, I want to give some shout outs to people who did not make my list, but I know that one day they shall be making a list, but they just didn't make it today.
Killing my spots, kid. You're killing my spots. You can't go in there.
I can do whatever I want. Number one,
See?
Athena. She did not make my list. However, Athena. Mercedes Moné almost made the list. She was close, but she did not make my list. Tasha Steele. Yes, she is Afro-Latina, but she's still on this list. Maya
You might need a ruling on this, because I went back and forth on this, like where it's like, what
no, because
you know what? Never mind.
No, it counts. It counts.
If you say it counts, it counts.
It counts. Maya World. I just watched. I've been watching a few of her matches. She's got.
I don't even know who that is.
Get with it. Kaylani Jordan.
Well, I know her for obvious reasons.
Soul Ruka.
Yeah, as the boys say.
And
I will.
Doom. They got very close on the list and they did not make the list.
If it's one head for
they got very close on the list, but they did not make the list.
That is fair.
So those are some of the ones that I wanted to shout out. Now,
those are great shout outs.
My first pick, Bobo Brazil. And the reason why, here's the reason why behind that. My family always talks about, they say, all know that, I watch wrestling. And one of the things that always comes up is how when they were little kids, being able to watch TV at times was a treat. And one of the treats was to watch wrestling. And the name Bobo Brazil would always come up. And one night, in the middle of the night, I woke up with my Peacock on like I used to. And it was a Bobo Brazil match on. And I stayed up and I watched it. And I was half awake, let's put it that way. But being able to say, hey, I can go back and I can watch these matches and see what caught my family's eye, it's pretty cool.
This is like mom. It was like the whole like.
So my dad always my dad brings
one of
those
up. Like my grandma used to like that guy. We
got my parents are in their 70s. My dad will bring him up a lot. My mom doesn't actually like say names, but she like, oh yeah, we used to watch when I was little, And sometimes I make her watch it with me, and she gives her commentary, which is always hilarious. On my women's. Because I'm going to give you these ones and I'm going to let you go for a second. On my women's number one is Jazz. Because that woman used to scare the crap out of me.
Son of a bitch. I need a ruling on this. Because you gave two picks and one of them was Jazz was the first person that came to my head.
It's okay. You can have the same people. It's not like I'm saying you can. Yeah, yes,
it's a rule. If you pick them, they're off the board.
No.
You are making this up.
This is your personal. I told you this earlier. This is your personal happy place where you're gonna go and look at your Mount Rushmore and be like, you know what, I did that.
My personal happy place is when girls listen to me.
Get over it. But yes, Jazz used to scare the living daylights out of me.
Such a sweetheart.
And I always hear like how she's such a sweetheart, and I see things how she's such a sweetheart. Absolutely. But when she got in that ring, she meant business. So
she was in Vegas last year, by the way. Like you could have hung out with her.
I think either I walked past her or I missed her. So many things happened that weekend. So many lovely things.
There's always more weekends. As Scott Hole reminded me, take the pictures because we didn't used to do that, and now we're supposed to take the pictures. Take the pictures. Shout out to Brett Wolverton, who is not with us anymore. Great brother who loved the wrestling business, and kind of unexpectedly is not with us anymore. All right, my number one pick.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, listen, Iceman's a good pick. Iceman will be at Herb's Fan Fest if you're doing St. Louis. Iceman King Parsons is one of the guys that'll be there. Look at me doing just on the fly promotion.
Good job.
My first pick is going to be Ron Simmons. Because you took Jazz, you jerk.
Hey, this is your happy place. Jazz can still show up in your happy place if you want to. Because doggone it, Ron Simmons is showing up on mine too.
So Ron Simmons, everybody, was the first WCW World Champion of color. He might have been the first black world champion ever, right? I don't know.
For that brand, yes.
For just that brand, was anybody like a black heavyweight champion, like a world champion before Ron Simmons, because I
Someone actually
remember.
posted that yesterday, and I meant to take a screenshot and I didn't. So yes, he's actually technically number two, but he's number one in all of our hearts because that's where it like.
All right, so if
Yeah.
anybody's listening to this, watching this, whatever, like you see the ticker up there, email us if you don't get us live. Let me know if you've got somebody that we missed or I missed. I don't want to put Ashley under the bus here. As far as the first Black world champion, Ron Simmons for me is my number one for that number one, but also just his body of work. You mentioned Doom. You mentioned his work in the APA. His character work to this day. You could be out in public and hear somebody across the room go, "Damn," and where that's from. And that's part of me being, kind of an attitude era kid and breaking into the business during that time and knowing kind of how mainstream that was at that time. And Ron Simmons was, even before the APA, the Nation of Domination, when they had that faction in the WWF, that was the first time you saw, Black wrestlers together, like joining together, and they were booked in a way where they were kind of working on top, and then you have kind of the breakout of The Rock through that group and everything like that, but none of that happens without Ron Simmons, because he's the foundation of the Nation of Domination, as Farouk, as he embraces kind of his culture and all that stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, he's got to be mine again, just because of, I remember just the iconic moment where, I think it was a Clash of the Champions. I don't think it was even a pay-per-view where he won the world championship. And, it was the first time that I'd ever seen like the locker room come out for like that moment, because that had never really, like, at least as far as I remember, like watching television, like kind of growing up, it was the first time, like you had moments like, in the back where like, they're pouring champagne on like Hogan and stuff like that. But as far as like that, like live, like meant to be almost like a spontaneous moment, that was the first time I remember, like going, oh, they don't normally, hang out on TV, but you have all these, all the baby faces come out and have that moment with Ron Simmons, and how much that, still, if you talk to other, like Black wrestlers, it's one of the things that, like, I I almost feel like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't say Ron Simmons, because of what he means so much to my generation and the generation after us. Bobo Brazil is an amazing first pick, by the way. And I just, again, to put you over for that, it's not where I thought you would be, but that's why these are fun.
Yeah, they are fun. And
I'm not gonna be selfish and pick twice.
Oh, come on. You can. I mean, feel good about it, dude. Well, how do you feel? What are you thinking?
Oh gosh. If I'm gonna pick a second person just because you did, jerk,
I got a bunch of them.
and you took Jazz, which would have been mine. I'm taking Miss Jacqueline then,
and she's on mine too. See,
well, good. Now we're even. Now we're even, you jerk. See, if you didn't do the whole like honorable mention thing and pick my first pick with yours, yeah. See,
we're conglomerating. It works. It works. So yeah, like, honestly, Mr. Simmons, because if I met him, that's exactly what I would say, because
as you should, as I do too.
the respect, like, he's to be revered, like when he talks, you just stop and listen. I mean, even if he's like telling you how to do a hamburger, I mean, he's one of those people who you would literally just want to stop and listen. And yeah. Yes, they count as three, and I'll tell you why in a few minutes. We're
talking about the New Day, just so you know. Yes. If you're not watching live and you're not looking at the chat room, which if you're on YouTube or Facebook or
wherever,
which, it's all we see it all. So feel free again. share the podcast if you're watching live. Thank you for that. And obviously we're watching you guys and we want you to interact. So if you are not doing that, let us know you're out there, people.
Yeah, we want to hear it all.
Okay.
Miss Jacqueline, I actually got to meet her during
Also
WrestleCon last year, and my heart literally became very full because, again, she was, yeah, you know how you just know you're in that presence of greatness. Her
Nice.
Ron Simmons would be, be within, presence of greatness. So I just wrote them down. They're not in any particular order. Okay.
I'm still mad that you did that. I thought
I
the
had
whole thing
to
was
because
we don't.
no, I had to because my brain was like going and then you like messaged me like get online. I'm like, all right. Because I
was so excited that the intro video worked. I wanted somebody to see it.
So since you took Mr. Simmons, I'm going to.
He was on your list now.
He was on my list, as was Miss Jacqueline. I'm going to move some things around, which is fine because this is what we do. And Shelton Benjamin.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to say this as an analyst.
I bet you are.
I'm going to say this as an analyst, and I did just recently meet him as well at con. As an analyst, the man is a pure athlete.
Probably one of, if not the best pure athletes to ever put on wrestling boots. For real.
Yes.
Like, and I've known Shelton since his Ohio Valley days. And we talked a little bit right before he went to AEW. I think he was at we were at some signings together. And obviously, as we were talking about this a little bit, like guys in our 40s that are still kind of holding on, either good hair or guys like Shelton that haven't aged a day in 25 years on television. Uncle Alan is one of those guys that somehow looks better at 48 than he did at 28. So these guys are out there. They're also unicorns with respect, but like Shelton Benjamin is one of those guys that even now you don't see any drop off in his athletic ability.
No.
And you know what I mean? Like, and he's pushing 50.
He's almost 50 years old. He still goes out there and gives it everything. And when you hear wrestlers talk on interviews, they all say the same thing. Shelton Benjamin in real life would hurt me. So it's like, he's the real deal, pure athlete. Now, like I said, my stuff is in no particular order. It's like whatever, like, MVP. I have a whole, like, he's not on this list for a reason because I already gave him his flowers on X and he liked it. So he already knows, like I said, that this man is underrated, that the people who count him out, I don't understand that. Like, I
don't know your criteria. Like, you're all over the place.
My criteria is all over the place because
that's
I'm
me saying it, by the way. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
Get it together.
But, as I was writing it, I let my thumbs do the writing. Okay. You're just typing. But no, MVP did not make this list, and that is okay. Because he didn't make one of you all's list, number one. Number two, he already knows. I told him on X, I've told him to his face, like he is one of my absolute favorite peoples. Speaking of one of my favorite peoples, because this is my list. Another one that made it.
Are you doing two again?
I am, because I want you to think. I want you to think hard. And I'm actually going to let you have one because you put it in the comments. And so I'm going to be nice and I'm going to let you have it. So I'm going to go with Shelton's bestie, Miss Mia Yim. I love that woman. She is an inspiration. She is, rather if you saw her as Jade Like I saw her the first time as Jade, or
I was gonna say
now as
that was old
Michin.
school.
The girl
Um,
has a fire in her that a lot of people overlook her versus they look at other people, and I'm like, she's not underrated. She's freaking amazing. So
no,
I actually did a cosplay picture of her. So yeah.
why
So
did you not send that
shout
to me
out
so I
to
could have
Mia.
tried to post it
I
in the,
did. You didn't look at it good enough. I did. So,
hey,
but yeah, Mia Yim is another one. But yes, I'm loving looking in here. The Mark Henry, Harlem Heat, Rocky, King. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yes.
hey,
But it's
hey,
funny the kind of things that just went
hey,
through
brother,
my
we're gonna get there.
the things that went through my thumbs right before it went online. But please, can I have two of yours, sir?
Well, now it appears I'm gonna have to do one male, one female, because that apparently is
I
what.
told you you could do that if you wanted to. This see again, this is my giant mountain of happiness where I go from one mountain to another.
So,
I just stand there.
what do they call it when like your wife, like she tells you, but she doesn't tell you, like she like like yeah, you like suggested, but you didn't really suggest. You're like, hey, wouldn't it be great if you you did that to me,
I
and
did kind of.
everybody watching watched you do that to me.
Yes, absolutely. We love Willow in this house.
Well, now that I know
Love Bianca in this house.
we're going one on one, that might be one on there too.
It,
But here's the thing.
you
I tried
put
to
one
do
in your
this.
mouth.
Well, listen, I didn't, first of all, clearly I didn't write anything down. Second of all, I thought it would. What are you sighing at me for? I thought the whole point of this was we were going to do this very spontaneously, and then we're going to look at like the chat room and the comments and talk about how somehow you've got heat with MVP. I don't know. I mean,
No, we don't have heat with MVP. We love
all
MVP.
right.
The
Listen,
ace took over and she was in charge. The ace was in charge. I let her take over. The ace took over the unicorn.
all right. So this is 42. We got to again mark the tape here because these are the viral clips we're looking for. Where it's like, and Montavious like, what the fuck? I know. Hey, ain't me. Ain't me, brother. I'm just
Not any of us. He actually liked my t-shirt I had on that day. That's another story for a whole another day.
listen. My man was raised respectful of pretty young ladies, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right.
Well, he had a cool saying. I'll wear it next week.
How many picks have I had? I've only had one pick, right? Or one, and then
I don't
I had
know.
two. Who's my second?
You did Miss Jackie and you did Ron Simmons.
That was first round then. Okay, so I've only had one round of picks, and that was your second round. Okay, so I guess we're doing one dude, one brother, one sister.
Or you can do two. I don't care what you got.
All right. So my pick for the brothers, the Brotherin brothers, is going to be the Junkyard Dog.
Good answer.
Is going to be my second pick.
Good answer.
The literal first time I ever saw professional wrestling, I was like 5 or 6 or whatever it was. My aunts took me to the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. One of the guys working on top was the Junkyard Dog at that time. I was, again, a kid. It was the first sign I ever made as like a fan. They gave me just like a like a side of a box and like a black marker, and and by the way, we're sitting up in the my family was not whatever, we're up in the 200 sections of the Civic Arena. And I remember literally walking down the aisle with my JYD, and I had the word thump on my sign because it
Nice.
was on his butt. And I used to watch it on television when this is back in the like Saturday morning cartoons where I get to watch like, Shirt Tails and all that stuff like that. And
Yes.
right after that was like,
You are my
I know.
people. You said shirt tails.
So Shirt Tails, and then right into WWF Wrestling Challenge, where it was a lot of JYD. So, and then as I became a little more versed in wrestling and saw kind of what he did, like in the territory days, even before he got to the Fed, like and it's always a weird thing for like a middle-aged white guy to start talking about like, like, the trials and tribulations that black wrestlers had to deal with back in the day. But like, I like literally like, even like like, I understand 2026, metrics are very different than 1980.
It's still jacked up, but we're going to continue.
But like, so see, now you've made this awkward for everybody.
No, I did not. I'm just saying, but continue, please.
but now looking back and seeing like these promos where these very white and very Southern and very whatever like that, every one of their promos made it a point to call JYD boy. Let me tell you something, boy. Like that kind of, and if you're, a History Channel watcher, as I know my co-host is, like, you understand kind of the connotations involved in that. I didn't then. I mean, now it's, and the fact that was on television, by the way. That was not like some like, like some tweet from a couple years ago that you unearthed for like these people. Like that was like, oh, this is good stuff. Let's put this on television. But also, JYD was one of the first people that brought out, as far as a draw, as far as like the house, as far as a guy who those promoters and those promotions could put in like the main event of their wrestling show, and they would sell out the arenas because people wanted to come out and see the Junkyard Dog. So, and he's one of the first guys that ever really did that, even through the territory days, even into his time in the WWF. I know we're talking about Mount Rushmore's, and Sheldon is going to be on my Mount Rushmore of underrated performers. For sure. Yes. JYD is going to be on my Mount Rushmore of guys who never were a world champion that should have absolutely been a world champion. If society wasn't what it was when he was on top, he damn well would have been. Okay.
And you know what? That's what's crazy is I had thought about him for my list, but I knew, part of me knew that you were going to be putting him on your list.
You sandbagging son of a bitch.
No, because we talked about how you said people who did not get the title who deserved it, right?
Yes.
And you had said that, and honestly, like JYD hits so many different Mount Rushmores. I was like, this is Spiffy's.
I mean, I can't, and if you're watching or whatever like that, and you can, for whatever reason, disagree with any of these picks, please. And I know this, listen, again, here's my middle-aged white guy thing. I understand this is, for a lot of people, a very controversial topic as a whole, especially in America, especially in 2026. Again, this is a safe spot for this dialogue, and it doesn't exist a lot of places anymore. It sure as shit does right here, when you have an old white guy and a pretty black girl talking about the best wrestlers of color. Happy Black History Month. There. Cool. Good talk. I'll see you guys out there.
So, and who else?
Let me give you a girl. Okay. I was going
to give us a lady.
It might be Willow. It might, it might just because I feel like I've been talking too much. It's going to be Willow. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of different reasons. first of all, Willow is everything just right about everything. Not even just wrestling. Um,
She's a good
so
human.
just, she probably doesn't even remember. She wrestled in Women of Wrestling back in the day, I guess. And I met her at something like one time and like whatever. We never got a chance to really work together, but um I've been a fan of her literally from the second that I met her until now. And she's literally probably one of my favorite current wrestlers on the planet today.
Mhm.
Um
Yes. Yes.
Willow transcends race. Um, and that is something in 2026 that I think is very important. Nobody talks about Willow as like, oh, she's a really good black wrestler. They talk about Willow in terms of like she's she's one of the most entertaining wrestlers on the
She's
planet.
Willow.
Not
Yeah.
men, not women, not white, not black. Just
She's
Willow.
Willow.
Just
Yep.
Willow.
Yep.
So and there's something to be said for that. The fact that she's tagging with
Harley.
one of my favorite people on the planet, who I've known since she was working on cruise ships, which that's a whole deep dive for another day that we're not going to do on this deep dive. It's amazing to see them doing so well, and they are doing so well because of the genuine, actual, real life people that they are. And I understand that kayfabe is not a thing anymore in 2026, at least not in the traditional sense of kayfabe. But uh, you know, I made a joke in the Falcons Nest about living the gimmick because I was doing my grunt squad thing in the sauna before we went live here. But like those girls are as authentic as performers that exist on television, and there's a reason that they connect so well with everybody that watches them, and it is literally because people that watch, it's not a far stretch to go, I believe that is who Willow Nightingale is, and it is. And
Mm.
she's number 2 on my list that you made me do a men's and a women's list. Okay.
I did not make you, but yes,
You don't make me.
Willow.
What am I going to tell you?
Willow.
No?
Yeah,
I'm not going to
you
tell
know,
you no. I'm
you're crazy.
no.
Willow and Mia Yim are two wrestlers who I got to meet last year, and I did tear up. And the reason why is
I kind of like that.
because I saw a doc on Mia before I saw her actually wrestle, and she touched my heart. And then I saw Willow, and as someone who is plus size, there's a few plus size wrestlers who have touched my heart. And to actually meet her in person and how kind she was to not just me, but to everyone in that room was absolutely amazing. And to know that she is, to like you said, she's not just she doesn't just represent black women. She doesn't just represent women. She represents wrestling. She represents humans. So yeah,
Yeah.
great pick.
Literally, again, not to overstate it, to me, she represents everything that is like right about just
She's good
being
human.
a good human. And I wear a thing on my wrist here because I did like I volunteer for the Special Olympics, and one of the things that they kind of talk about is it's 21 pineapples. It's so if you know the guy who does that, look it up. This is not a plug or whatever like that, but like but that it's just it doesn't matter any of the other superlatives you want to attach to it. Be a good human. And that's Willow Nightingale, and that's my number 2 pick.
So I have these people written down, and I was like, I don't want to be too this or that. And I didn't put Bobby Lashley on my list, but Bobby Lashley should be on my list. But Scurvy, good pick. Um, I have Booker T on my list, and I'm going to combine it with Charmel. I got the honor of meeting both of them a few years ago.
That's a solid twofer. I don't. All right. I mean,
I'm going to tell. Yeah, I got the honor of meeting them a couple years ago when they bought Reality of Wrestling out here, to the MGM.
Texas? I thought you were. Wait.
No, they bought it out to MGM.
And they brought it out. You said bought, like
they brought is one of those words that I hate.
Like they work somebody in buying Larry's Auto Pro. Like you're like, oh, you can buy the territory, brother. Just
they
shoot me that PayPal.
They got a space at the MGM, and they showcased the Row talent, and but the reason why I put them both together is because, number one, they both have they have a different story that ended up together, right? His story,
that was definitely not,
his story of, the hard times where he grew up to being in a tag team with his brother, to going out on his own and becoming this standout, to giving back to the wrestling community. His wife going from a dancer to an on-air persona with her husband, to giving back to the wrestling community. So putting them two together just feels right. And they're both lovely human beings.
I think
they're
both
very lovely human beings.
Also that.
So yes, I wanted to put them two together. And yeah, so we're gonna speed, okay? Because I know you got to get ready, right? I also have New Day.
You're going back to back. All right.
I am, because then that way we can talk. I also have the New Day on my list. I can do this. We can do this.
Listen, it's a good thing that we don't have an actual format for you to ruin.
No, we don't have formats. We don't need formats in the city. But the reason why I have New Day is because of, again, their impact. Yes, their impact. And their impact goes far beyond just the wrestling ring. They're blurs, black nerds. They Big E, Andreas Hale, and I always forget the other guy's name. They came together, and if you go on YouTube, you can watch a story about Ruby Bridges. For the last 2 years, I've been showing this to my little nephew, and this is the first time he actually sat and watched it, because he's 4. So this time he sat there and he was just engaged with it. And Big E was the voice of the virtual robot, and just all the things that they do. Kofi giving back to his home community. They deserve
in Jamaica?
to be. No, not in Jamaica. Not in Jamaica.
It's one of my favorite promos ever, where I think it was Triple H.
Triple H.
Where's your accent?
Exactly. You don't need no accent. I'm just gonna run through these, and then you can go do yours, and then we can chit chat. Teddy Long is also on mine.
Oh, playa. He might be on mine if I thought about it. That's amazing. That's your second sleeper pick that I would have not thought about. That as soon as you said it, I went, yeah.
Referee, manager, GM. He did all kinds of stuff.
Did it all.
I mean, how could you not have Teddy Long? Trinity, or as some people call her, Naomi. Again, another person who I met who I was like, my God, this woman actually does have one of the biggest hearts. And she didn't ask for this life, and she just happened to be good at it. And like we talk about Bianca, and I love Bianca, but Trinity came right before Bianca. Trinity gets ignored for her stuff sometimes because of the athleticism of a Bianca. And I love Bianca. I'm saying that. So you don't come after me, right? But yeah, So those are the ones that I had written down. And the ones that I didn't have written down, like MVP and Bobby Lashley, who I absolutely love, and Mark Henry, who, my God, if I ever get to meet Mark Henry, I just want to shake his hand.
He's coming to Herb's thing.
He walked by me at AEW karaoke several years ago, and he was in a rush, so I wasn't going to be like, "Hey, what's up?" But yeah, I've honestly, I could go on and on and on about the people that I would love to have on my Mount Rushmore. And again, just remember, you guys, these things can change like literally every 5 minutes, every 5 seconds, these things can change. But I did want to share those because they all deserve a shout out. They all deserve some love. And now I'm going to hand it over to my tag team partner to see what other ones he has.
Again, stealing all my spots. No, he really did. And Welcome to Wrestling's backing me up like that. That's a guy, like we talked a little bit last week about like Bobby Heenan, as far as like, one of the best workers. And worker, if you don't understand this, that's fine. The brothers might. Being a good worker is very, very different than being a good wrestler or even being a good sports entertainer.
Is it what you call a good hand?
I am. Listen, it's one of the best compliments I've ever gotten in the wrestling business was from Jerry Jarrett, who said that guy's a good hand.
Okay.
And what that used to mean, and there's going to be a Mount Rushmore of good hands / whatever, I'm sure at some point. But what it basically means is you got a guy like Teddy Long that you can ask to do anything. And if you ask that guy to do that thing on your show, you don't have to think about it again, because that guy is going to handle it. Teddy Long might be one of the best quote unquote hands in the history of the wrestling business. Whose pick was that? Was that yours?
It was.
Jerk. That's a good pick. I'm not going to lie.
That's why Bobby Lashley ended up making it, because I was like, oh my God, I got to put Teddy Long in there somewhere.
No, that's not. That's all right. So you went rapid fire for your last. Is it dozen. 6 total?
I don't know.
Half a dozen. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know either. But here's what I'll do. I'll go back and forth too, because as you pointed out, we are an hour in. And only halfway through our list, and that is a testament to how awesome you guys watching are. That, again, we talked about this last week. We have more people watching now than we did when we started.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for. She reminds me to have good manners. Okay. So I need my 3-hole pick for both men and women. And again, so I did this very differently because I did not think about this before literally right this minute. Because again, 2 things. I'm the adult poster child for ADHD. And I also, as Ashley kind of pointed out, these lists are so subjective. Like, we had this conversation where, like, we had a list last week where I've woken up in a cold sweat 3 different times going, I forgot about, like, and that's the beautiful part about wrestling, guys. If we got it wrong, not that we got it wrong, because you don't get it wrong, but if you think we got it wrong, send an email. Now we have a show email and stuff like that. We're getting there, right? Or if you're on the Falcon's Nest, maybe Chad will put a we'll get our own little chat room or whatever like that. We'll figure it out. What were we talking about?
Okay, so I need some picks from you.
Thank you.
And we love Teddy Long.
Can we make it a tag team match, playa? I mean, does that count? I mean,
tag team match against the Undertaker.
It's a Teddy Long thing. He every time on SmackDown,
the match against the Undertaker.
Listen, I don't. I mean, it's a difficult thing for me because I don't see color. But if you think the Undertaker's black, then...
no, that's what he said. Oh. And if you don't see color, there is a problem. This is Ashley's PSA number 2. If you don't see color, there is a problem. You are to see it. You are to acknowledge it. because that is the only way we can live in this world. Thank you. Continue.
Let me go ahead and mark the tape on that. Father's Nest. Listen, we try to educate as well here. I don't know.
I know one that you didn't say yet, and I'm waiting for you to say it because I purposely didn't say it, and you put it in the comments. Go ahead and say it.
That was listen, I'm gonna say this humbly and respectfully. That was at least 2 big Jaeger bombs ago. So we gotta get it in.
Some awesome.
What's gonna be my? I need a guy. I need so she's on the other side.
Okay. There's so many gentlemen to pick from.
All right, so it's weird because I have to do it from from my experience in the wrestling business, which again is very different because I've worked with some of these guys, and also, you know, as a 90s kid, I grew up watching some of these guys. So my experience, and most, you know, not my experience, but like most fans' experience is shaped by that, you know what I mean? Like, which is why when she threw out Bobo Brazil, I almost fell out of my chair. I mean, not really. I got
He's got
well,
a
I have a
sturdy
puppy over there. He went to doggy daycare today, so he's very tuckered out right now because he knows I gotta catch a flight in a few hours. So we sent him a daycare where, you know, he can run it out. So tomorrow, while I'm flying to somehow a colder place than Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which it's in, you know, in itself a
frozen tundra.
That's Lambeau Field. That's next door. It's right next to it though. It's the Viking. It's Vikings, not Packers, but it's the wrong podcast.
Close enough. Who is your person?
It's gonna be Tony Atlas.
Okay. No, I like that.
Well, how could you not like it? I mean, it's Mr. USA.
Yeah.
So, two things. A couple things. Well, first of all, I wrestled Tony Atlas, and he was one of the most giving legends that I've ever had a chance to share the actual wrestling wing with. You're
close enough. Hence the reason why we should not do too many of these, because we can't say the word ring. Like I can't say the word brat.
I don't like how judgmental this whole show has gotten.
No, it's fine. You'll forget it later. Continue.
Listen, I wish. Rocky Romero, you owe me a bottle of Jaeger. There. Mark that tape too.
107.
Skinny Hoot. No, he's great. Tony's first of all, again, as far as working on top guys, was one of those guys as a black wrestler. The longevity of his career, his continued contributions to the business, the one of my favorite scenes in Beyond the Mat is Tony Atlas trying to find a promoter's license to run a show that wasn't going to run because of, you know, athletic commissions and whatever like that. And it's again, you have to be a man of a certain age, but everybody knows when I go, does anybody have a cell phone? They know you're talking about Beyond the Mat and Tony Atlas.
Years.
Right? But that's like, it's literally on the level of like, it's still real to me, damn it. It's that level of like, you know, in my brain as a, you know, guy growing up and like, you know, I don't want to. settle down, man. It's just Terry Funk being like, hey man, relax. But Tony, again, obviously, legend, uh, as far as a body guy, which was something
Was.
different. Yeah, I mean, literally, Mister, whatever. That was a different thing as far as presentation. At that point, you had
Mhm.
like superstar Billy Graham and a couple guys that were like kind of like the shredded, like kind of like body people. Tony Atlas was the first guy of color to look like that, to get that sort of presentation and everything like that. And again, just from a personal level, just a true good brother. Um, for the ladies, yeah, I can't believe she fell to the third pick. It's Awesome Kong. It's Kia Stevens, ladies and
Mhm.
gentlemen. She is, um, you know, she is she's the literal big Van Vader of like women's wrestling. If you want to
Mhm.
talk about like what people would describe through the 90s and whatever like that as the prototypical like monster like wrestler,
She
it
literally
would have been.
scared the hell out of me at some points. That's why I loved her.
And again, also one of the sweetest people of all time. But
Yeah.
like, but that presentation is, it's amazing. And Awesome Kong was especially through the you know, it, you know, as a 13-year-old, watching bra and panties matches, I can't in good faith be like, "Oh my god." But to have a legitimate like like
The real
her
woman
pres
badass.
right. So like the dichotomy between somebody like Awesome Kong and you know whatever. Oh, it's a pillow fight match. Um, really, I know we give a lot of credit to I know you mentioned Mercedes, and that women's kind
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
revolution slash evolution period. None of that happens, in
Without
my
her.
opinion, if not for people like Awesome Kong
Exactly.
being so just shattering the mold of what quote unquote ladies wrestling, not even women's wrestling at that point, ladies
Ladies
wrestling. Oh,
wrestling, yeah.
we've got the ladies are gonna,
The ladies, the divas, the
ladies are
the quote unquote bathroom break. Nobody's going to the bathroom when
was
Awesome Kong
wasn't
comes
even
out.
this is pre divas area.
Right.
That's how like I'll like but yeah, that was such like we talked a little bit about this last week where I put Andre the Giant on my Mount Rushmore of faction people. And I did it because you need to have, in my opinion, in whatever faction, you need to have an attraction. Awesome Kong is an attraction as far as women professional wrestlers go, hands down. Nobody can argue that if you see Kia Stevens walk into the ring and and however she's being presented at that time, there is a certain like we talk about popcorn matches. You just kind of said Ash, but like I'm
Mhm.
like people see Awesome Kong going, oh shit, I'm not leaving right now. I want to see what happens here when she gets, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that was one of the first times ever in women's wrestling that happened because prior to that and even after that, that was sort of the norm where
Right.
it was the girls are gonna go,
Do their
pull each
thing
other's hair
and
for a few
yeah.
minutes and whatever. We got time to go pee and get a beer. She was different. Where are we at now?
So who else you got? Because I did a bunch. I wanna
I get
hear
more.
what yeah, yeah. Tell me more.
Oh my God. Listen, do me a favor. You talk
Mhm.
for a little bit because I
Okay.
am nothing if not the consummate promoter, and you are way more. Uh, you're the money. I talk too much as it is before you tell me to talk more.
So I
Also,
like
give
that.
me a second to think about this because I didn't realize you were gonna say,
No,
"Give me like."
I kind of word vomited, and I really because it was like it was sitting on the heart there. Yeah, Mula, yeah, learning all that stuff about her really like, yeah. So I had planned on watching the movie about Ethel, but
That might be an episode, by the way. We talked a little bit
I
about that.
we talked offline about it, and I didn't have time yesterday. So I'm definitely going to have to make some time to watch that. I really want to get a little bit more deeper into a little bit more of that history. But when it comes to like people like Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, and Mickey James, those three women made such a huge change, and a lot of it, it centered around Awesome Kong. She was in there like, all right, I got you, you skinny bitches. And she went out there and she did her thing, and I literally I appreciated seeing that. There's so many people, like I said, so many honorable mentions and people um
Oh my
who
gosh.
one day are going to make a Mount Rushmore. They're just not quote unquote there yet because they haven't been on our TVs or
See,
on the
Bianca is one of those
internet.
people for me.
And yeah, Bianca is one of those. Gosh, there's so many. I hate that she just had her surgery. This is going to be her first WrestleMania that she won't be at in a long time. But she and Mercedes made history, and I remember watching it and crying along with them because when number one, women in the main event, number two, black women in the main event, and it was to see that as a black woman was huge because we get overlooked. I am a member of the beauty industry. I am a woman. I am a black woman. Our ceiling is so much tougher than so many. We have to hit so many different things to be recognized. So, taking this time when I was like, hey, let's just not just do one mountain was for a reason because women, we get pushed back a bit, and black women, we get pushed back a
A
lot more.
bit.
And we are called the mothers of the earth. We are called the backbone. And yet, when it comes to a lot of times showcasing, we're sometimes not showcased in the best way. But then you turn on wrestling and you see these women who just happen to also be these wonderful black women out there being, whether they're the straight black women, the LGBTQ black woman, the queer black woman, transgender, whatever it is, they are all out there doing it for us women, but also for us black women and our young girls, so we can see you can be anything. If you want to be a pro wrestler, be a pro wrestler. If you want to be a valet, be a valet. If you want to be a VP like Brandy Rhodes and then go out and make other
Oh,
huge
you
businesses,
son of a bitch.
go out there and do it. So yeah. Shout out to Brandy Rhodes, who a lot of people forget.
I
She's not just Cody's wife. She's a businesswoman.
listen,
So shout out to
I hate that you even now,
her.
even an hour and 15 minutes into this, are still just stealing my spots.
I can't help it. I get on a tangent.
This is why I got heat, kid. This is why I got heat. Jeez, I'm having flashbacks of Jimmy Valiant yelling at me in the locker room, and then also taking all of my pay playing cards in the locker room. It was a very different business then. Well, not me. I'm one of those people that has to touch the hot stove 27 different times before I'm like, all right, maybe it's not. But it makes me a good professional wrestler because it's an industry kind of like bred
trial
on
and error.
a lot of it. Well, not as much anymore, but like when I broke in, it was very much that where, a lot of my picks are kind of I don't want to say pioneers, but very much like I guess they were, where they were doing something different than had ever been presented before.
Mhm.
And when I think about like, people contributing to evolving the wrestling business, it's those kind of people.
Mhm.
Um I'm gonna go backwards on. I've got two more. I think I might convince him. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give Alicia Fox my second or to last women's
Okay.
spot. Foxy. For a couple different reasons. First and foremost, it was the first time that they presented a black woman purely. Not say purely, but like she was a diva.
Mhm.
So she was the one. It's like, oh, it was the first like black Barbie that I bought. I'm like that.
Mhm.
She was the first black Barbie, and you know, I don't think that's controversial. And then also she evolved and stayed there and worked on top and was um relevant for over a decade, which
Mhm.
this is a whole different podcast about women remaining relevant, past their quote unquote prime or whatever that, whatever society's definition of prime might be. Alicia Fox still was, uh, you know, still being featured on television for over 10 years. And I don't believe, and again, I'm making most of this up off the top of my head. I don't think of anybody else on like weekly like WWE television that had ever been like uh as a woman featured for as long, and obviously ebbs and flows with angles and
Mhm.
whatever like that, but she was on TV for like 14 or 15 years or whatever like that.
Mhm.
Name another woman besides Natty who is a institution in herself. Um Anybody else that has had that sort of run in the WWE or on just, I mean, overall in wrestling, you have Awesome Kong, you have Gail Kim, you have those, those sort of pioneer women,
Mhm.
but that's not where you would ever put Alicia Fox in that category. And I'm here to tell you, you should absolutely put her in that category.
Great choice.
Sorry, I got
Great
a little
choice. I
fire up
like
there.
that. No, I like that. I want to give a quick shout out to someone here from FSW, Maserati. I want to give her a shout out.
That was the Bluetooth
And
line.
but
Maserati, what's up? Can you
I
drive a Maserati? If you can't, you can get this.
Bluetooth. But no, seriously, because she is not your she's older in the business and she's still out there killing it. And I want to give her a shout out for that because a lot of times your local wrestlers, they get overlooked. And then she might pop up on AEW as enhancement or what have you. But over the last few years, I've been able to go watch her, and
It's gonna be an episode.
I've enjoyed her. So shout out to Maserati.
Maserati. I now I have to figure out the Mount Rushmore of enhancement talent where it's going to be women enhancement talent because that's not something that I would typically think of.
Yeah.
Like guy enhancement talent we can do all day long. We were talking about the three faces of Foley, but also the fourth face was a guy who got his head taken off by the Dynamite Kid as enhancement talent back in like 1984. I know this because one of my favorite ring announcers ever from the Pittsburgh area is Hank Hudson, and talked about this. Actually, Foley talked about this in his book, where he was like, trying to throw like a back elbow in a weird, enhancement match for the British Bulldogs. But like, there is there's also there's an art to being we talked a little bit before about being like a good hand.
Hmm.
So shout out Maserati for being a good hand and still being involved and still at this point trying to give back to the business. My male Maserati is a guy called Brutal Bob Evans. So if you don't follow Brutal Bob, follow him, because he's very good about giving really, really good advice to up and coming wrestlers about how to stand out, how to get noticed, like all of those things. Like, yeah, see that serious, like, yeah, you know, Christ, Matt and Jeff Hardy used to design wrestling tights for guys on the indies and stuff like that back when they were
Jeff
probably
Hardy
16 years old.
just told the story on Chris Van Vliet about how he wasn't supposed to be on TV because he was underage and was enhancement. But yeah, no. Who else you got? Got any other ones you wanna shout out?
I'm gonna do one more, and then what I want to make sure that we do as we try to wrap this up at some point here. Listen, I'm fine. I'll do this until 4 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get to the airport to catch my my flight. But see, Thomas is late for the party. Thomas is one of the guys. So one of my ideas, a lot of the production, a lot of the find a way to sign up for support the podcast. And by the way, you can, I think, I don't know where that is. I get very distracted. But, yeah, next week maybe. But hey, do that. Find me on my my gimmick down there, and you can definitely.
And he's gonna repost all my links because he lost them.
He lost them. Don't.
Okay. Do I message bomb? Yes, because someone does not look at their messages. So I message bomb. So he has.
Listen, I am a bit of an international superstar that I, happen to, above everything else, love professional wrestling. And I had triple neck fusion surgery and all this stuff, and I'm so excited to get back to the business that has been so good to me. It's taught me so much,
so much,
and I apologize, Ashley. I can't live up to your expectations for what you expect a man to do.
I'm just saying, don't make the ace come out. I'm just saying.
I mean, find her link. I'm not here to cut a promo on my own goddamn podcast.
Don't make the ace come out.
That's mostly just that's too much.
Yeah, you learned something. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry to the faculty. I'm sorry, man. It's like an hour, 20 minutes, and I think
Indeed, it is.
Shout out to Trail Off Man for tuning in tonight, man.
Yes, shout out to the Trail Off Man.
I just want to get to the Sky Lounge and eat some little egg bites, man. They're so tasty. They really are. Shout out Delta. Fix my flights, you jerks.
Oh, right. Yeah. And there's also, don't let the other Ashleys come out either. Because as you know, I actually literized the character Ashley that LG came up with. I gave her a background. No, there's two of them. I made up two Ashleys.
Dad.
There's dumb Ashley, who honestly would be hiding in the room trying to, well, yeah. And then there's the other Ashley who gets to go down to the county line.
I just want to make sure you're okay. I wish you would check in with me to make sure that I just want.
That Ashley's actually on a train with Juan. Well, at least she thinks she's on a train. She doesn't know what she's really at. She's kind of dumb. And she's going to, she's taking a train to Romania to get some ramen noodles. Because she's not very smart.
Listen, man, I don't know you know about ramen noodles, man. They're tasty as shit. Goddamn, man. You can
She
go
thinks
get them,
they come
man.
from
You go.
Romania. She thinks they come from Romania, so she's
You want to
trying
do?
to
I mean,
take the
you
train across the country to
come on in,
Romania.
Ash. Come on. There's people here that'll. You know, I got a dad. I got a dad that's looking for a girl that just, not that man.
So weird. But
It's
yeah,
not. Listen,
let's see. What
it's
else
one of the
can we
weird
say?
things where we are like Falcon's Nest adjacent to what we're doing. And shout out to the Nest guys.
Yeah, we
Again,
appreciate
this is
you
like
guys for
3 weeks
hanging
in.
in.
Well,
3, 4, 12.
I'm not gonna lie, they hung in here quite. I don't think Thursdays are a good nest
Well, we
day.
don't know. We got to find our time. We don't know, and this was just something that came up because you got something to do. I got something going on,
I am
and
a call it on the fly kind of.
we'll
Listen, I'm
figure
an
it
old school
out.
man.
We can't step on Wednesdays. We know that for
One of my
doggone
favorite
well.
things that
So
I
there.
do ever is we can do after. We can do like we can get to a point where we do the hoots
Ashley falls asleep on the
show.
internet.
Oh, guys, turn in next Wednesday. We're gonna do the Falcon's Nest Hoots Good Brothers Talking Shop post show, and all we're gonna do is talk about like how brothered up the guys are.
Where's the cat? Seriously, where's
Come
the cat?
on, man. If you like cats, I mean,
we've literally, I know we've gone off topic, but seriously, like, where's the cat?
where's the topic?
So, but yes, there was a wonderful topic, and I really I appreciate you allowing me to come up with some of our topics to talk about. In March, we will have a topic for Women's History Month. And in May, we're going to do one for Asian Pacific. And I would love for you to
Look
do
at
a
my host just
story.
telling me what she's this is what's
Yeah.
gonna this is what's gonna happen, kid. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna do. Come on, just shut
It
it.
is.
Hey man, just
I'm just saying. Just saying.
a mouth closed, ears open, kid. Just bump and feed. Come on, I got you.
That is correct. Well, we can't do TNA because I don't have the app, so I have to watch it at 9 o'clock.
Wait,
But
what?
yeah, I don't have the apps because
I don't know what apps. So,
there's a TNA app. There's let's see.
No, dude, I
The
thought
other
I was
the AMC
I
app.
thought I was overly brothered up. Somebody somebody texted me. It was like, I think I saw you getting chokeslammed by Abyss in a 6-sided ring.
I thought I saw you the other day on running a camera, so
I mean, listen, I respectfully didn't put my OnlyFans in the chat, but
not that one.
Listen, kids, I got
just
student
saying
loans, man. Well,
though I'm talking about like on a wrestling show, sir.
I was running a camera on the wrestling show.
Yeah, I was like this morning. So you can tell I was exhausted this morning. I was like, nah.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Thank you, pretty girls, for seeing me in your dreams. I appreciate that.
Oh Lord. He's gone, you guys.
No, I mean, that would have been, well, you weren't watching Ring of Honor from 5 years ago, but if you were,
I saw a few episodes. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, guys. Are we done?
We're almost done. I think we're almost done. But
almost
no,
done.
I was saying that in May, I would love to hear your.
If I had a dime for every time a pretty girl told me that we were almost done, or I was just here trying to take it home, brother, I just want to. I just want to.
He's cut off from Jaeger bombs on this for going forward.
See?
Clock it. No, I was just saying I would love to have you tell stories of your times with some of the great Asian Pacific wrestlers, such as the Tongans and the Samoans. When we get to May, when we get to May,
I mean, it's gonna be May.
Yes. So Javon Evans, if he continues on the path that he is on, he is definitely going to hit a
Not
Mount
according to Big
Rushmore.
Sexy, he's not.
No, he'd
Well,
be all right. He needs help with that one. I don't know why. That was very disappointing. But no,
you don't know why.
that was very disappointing. I know. But yes, I would think, yeah,
Oh my
maybe
God, a
not this
60-year-old
year with
white guy
Money
has
in
an
the Bank,
opinion.
Thomas. Maybe not this year for Money in the Bank. Um, maybe next year. But I do want to see more. I adore Javon. I think yeah.
Is that the kid that
He's so good. He's so good.
uh
He's very talented.
that's the kid that took the bad RKO or whatever like that, like
He
the one thing?
did.
That
And
him? All right.
then Randy gave it, he got to fix it. This, what was it, this past week or week and a half ago? Yeah. He's
I should watch this
very
one.
the way, saying that he's bouncy, but it's like it's true. Like he's very bouncy. Like yeah, it's
Like bouncy's okay because
he's
bouncy is what
he's got he's definitely got the world's attention. Him, Leon Slater, those two definitely have people's attention. Oh, some more shout outs. Shout out to Javon Evans. Shout out to Leon Slater. And always, I'm going to shout out the ultimate finesser. I'm always going to shout out Chris Bay.
oh
He's a mountain of himself. Dadgummit. Yes, we had someone did mention Ernie Ladd earlier, Hacksaw Bush Reed. I have my own personal opinions on Swerve, so that's why he will not make any of my lists. Yes.
Here's the mess up thing. All three of those, I went like, oh, and then like still like, no. Like
Big V.
that's why this is such a great format, because you guys can get to watch this and go, whose house? Whatever. And we can, and then tweet it or do that email.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you guys start doing that, we will start next week's show
But
being like, hey, viewer emails. And also, seriously, I can't stress this enough. We do not have a format. The whole point of this show is not to have a format. So, like, we don't know who the Mount Rushmore next week is going to be. It is literally,
or if we do one.
Well, I mean,
no, like literally, we might not do a Mount Rushmore. We might just end up like talking about some other random stuff, and then a Rushmore might come out of it. You never know.
I'll turn this car around. I'm sorry, I don't know.
We don't have a format because you just don't know where we're gonna go, and enjoy the ride.
We are not
another shout out. Shout out to Keith Lee. I miss you, man. Shout out.
God damn it.
It's so many.
That's on me.
It's so many great performers. Because as we noticed on our
like LG will back me up. We were at a Super 8 whatever outside of Philly, and Keith Lee was there, and we were waiting for our McDonald's Uber, and but it was right when he was about to be like on TV, like Keith Lee. And listen, I'm also a bigger brother. So my hope is that Keith gets his run where he deserves it, because he for like, again, 20 years.
Charlie Brown, he's a good man. Yes, Uncle D-Lo is his own mountain for me. So he already knows. That's why I call him Uncle D-Lo. That's my guy.
Literally one of my so I don't have a lot of moves, but one of the things I would do would be the lowdown would not be the Billy Kidman, the short
Mhm.
power bomb, what it used to be. And I did it because of how much I identified with D'Lo Brown, because he was a guy who was my size, and I'm, thank you for noticing, working on it, getting back at the power plant, but I'm 6'1", about 230, and that was what D'Lo pretty much worked at. So getting to see a guy like that, be that agile, no, I don't think anybody had done a frog splash,
N
on WWE TV at that point,
No, it was him,
right?
Uncle D'Lo.
It's before before Eddie, rather.
Yeah.
I said Elo. I called Eddie. All right. Well,
Words are hard. Words
this
are
is why you
hard.
don't drink. I
Yeah.
called Eddie Guerrero. So,
Words are hard.
oh, somebody gonna get their ass kicked. As a
Someone's gonna
wise
get there.
entrance music once told
It
us.
it is. Tis is. Yes. Yes, I did say Bobo Brazil earlier. That was my one of my first picks. Crime Time. Yes, another great shout out to
Shout out to
Crime
Shad.
Time. Yes,
Listen,
yes.
I feel bad because listen, let me be accountable for a minute. I thought the issue was going to be trying to pick 5 men and 5 women
Ditto.
for. No, that was your idea. I'm trying to put you over here, kid. Okay, not taking.
Continue.
But so seeing the comments that everybody's kind of bringing in there, and then like Javon and Leon and Crime Time and Private Party and
Yes,
Jet
private
Flight.
freaking
We're talking about
party.
Skyflight, whatever they call it. So
Yes.
having
Skyflight,
this
Scorpio
new
Sky.
generation of
Yes.
we, and listen,
Sapphire. Don't even get me
not
started.
backfired. I mean,
Ugh.
I was gonna
Broke
say
my heart.
we can
She
do
broke my heart. She
whatever
broke my
overtime we can do, but it's already been an hour and 40 in for
Oh. Yeah, we've been chit-chatting, you guys.
who
But
has.
yeah, like there's so many that Royce Keys / Will Hobbs, shout out.
Oh, well,
If you didn't watch that interview, be prepared, have your tissues. If you don't know what he's going to talk about,
well,
having gotten to know him, I
I
knew
knew
where this
Hobbs
where
from
this
the
is
Rick
going to go.
Hobbs thing.
So
He's a Texas
yeah.
guy. Like, should we
Yes, and
talk
we
about
talked
reality wrestling?
jazz today. We've talked Jacqueline, Awesome Kong, Teddy Long. Who didn't we talk about? It's the ones that we didn't talk about, we still end up talking about them. And now, yeah, I see the name
You
Sunny
say
Pink, and
Lady
I'm like, I need to
Sapphire?
go back. I need to go
Was
back and
that
look. Yes, we talked Charmel.
who was that Dusty's valet when he was polka dot Dusty?
Yes, and
First of all, I
when
can't believe I remembered that.
when when
That's
when she broke my heart, but we loved her. She did break my heart when she left Dusty for the $1 Million Man. She did break my heart.
a
Uh,
wise poet of my generation once said, "Everybody's got a price."
in fact,
I can't do
and
it.
he was also a bestie of who? Junkyard Dog. See how it all just comes back together?
They made so much money. And if you here's my one shameless real life plug. If you haven't seen some of that old school like mid 80s stuff, if you haven't met my friend and not hetero life partner Joe Dombrowski, he is one of the best play-by-play guys. I think he does MLW. He does a bunch of things where he won't let me do color for him. It's fine, Joe. Even though we're from the same place, and I can
Let it go, Elsa. Let it go.
I'll let you fly on my status, man. You don't have to the problem for Joe and the problem for most old school brothers like Joe is that they have to bring bins full of gimmicks like T-shirts and masks and whatever they got. So all these guys do that. So not to circle back too far, but like if you're going to like the Cauliflower Alley or if you're going to Herb's thing in St. Louis for SICW where Iceman King Parsons is going to be at confirmed, like they're lugging their gimmicks with them, I guess. The weird thing is that Sexual Chocolate and or Mark Henry did not make either one of our lists, and that's in retrospect, Thomas, is a little insane.
It's insane. And yeah, KG, I did talk about how I want to watch Ethel's movie. Boogeyman, absolutely. He still scares the crap out of me. Yeah, but no,
I swear to Christ, you said Boogie. I thought you meant Jimmy Valiant. I was like,
no, that just cracks me up. The Rock almost made my list, and then I took him off.
I mean, here's the actual awesome thing.
He's a whole mountain to himself. Mark Henry is like a whole mountain to himself. I would have put
Rocky Johnson on it before I put The Rock, and that's because of the old school brothering that I'm doing. And and again, Rocky Johnson didn't make my list. Tony Atlas did, but like you're talking about like these kind of like old school guys. I'm like no, you're again. None of these are wrong picks.
No, they're not.
The beauty of this stupid putt. If we're gonna do this, guys, I mean, are we doing this? Are we?
In all the alliterations,
Godfather is in Vegas.
Come on, he is. I mean, it's just not Godfather. It's Papa Shango. It's all like, it's him. Like, yeah.
It's definitely not him and I drinking Jack and Cokes because that is definitely what the Godfather drinks because
yes, he does. I saw it. I saw it at the Undertaker's thing.
I wish KG might have been there actually where we were at I'm trying listen.
Not you.
I'll talk for another 3 hours before I gotta get. I gotta catch my flight. I said this, and I want to make sure that I again, as an ADHD guy, I want to make sure that I did say this out loud because I did. I'm like, I'm gonna get brothered up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just talk until I gotta go
until I tell you stop.
Oh. Not to be. I mean,
true. I also have to get up and go.
But again, here's the thing. Goddamn, Ash. So here's the thing, Ash. So literally, I know. So we have more people watching this than we did for any of our thing.
Yeah, which is awesome. And again, you guys, thank you so much for coming on and thank you so much for participating in the conversation and bringing up so many names. And yeah, like earlier, I brought up shout out to Tasha Steele, and she's going to make another 2 list of mine, Bobby Lashley, he's going to make another list of mine. He didn't make this list, which was shocking. And because, as you're going, you're thinking, it's like, oh my gosh, I can go this way, I can go this way, I can go this way. I can pick this person, pick this person. But I do it from, I'm not the professional, I'm the fan, right? So my list can go a little bit of everywhere and nowhere. He's the professional. His list might be a little bit more different than mine, based off experiences. But yeah, this has really been fun, and I want to know who else you guys got in the comments for us.
She ain't wrong. Well, I mean, like as a rule, I would never tell.
He sure did make it.
Oh, Shelton made it. Yeah. All right, late to the party guy who's still gonna just somehow take over the podcast. But no. Here's the actual thing.
He sure did.
My amazing and somehow patience is the word that we use in therapy for a guy like me who has, you know, been dropped on his head a lot, as you know.
I'm
Oh, she's
listening.
typing. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god. Yes, sorry. So despite my triple fusion neck, I still have really good hearing. So when my co-host is like doing, I was like, I thought there were like ants in my ears. But not. Okay, first of all, MVP is great, and shut up. Uh Ash, honey, I tag. Hot tag. What were you just talking about before I got distracted by you typing and trying to
Um,
brother up okay,
I was just saying, definitely want to hear if there's um, any more folks that anyone could think of. Please be sure to shoot it in an email or to our socials where we have shared the lives. Um, Follow us. You can follow me on Instagram at Ash0Berry, and you can leave a message there, or on my TikTok, Ash O Berry. You can leave a message on the Facebook, Ashley Christian Langston. Um, you can, of course, he's not having any more of that on this show. Um,
it's gone.
Definitely all of Mr. Spiffy Sean Styles links. You can hit any one of those up and leave a comment. Of course, leave the comments in the email. Leave a comments in the Patreon nesters. I want to hear, like, I want to read who are some of you guys' favorite black wrestlers, ballets, managers, because yes, Teddy Long did make this list. So I want to hear it all. I want to read it all. So if anything pops up, let us know. We are totally excited to keep bringing these to you, because you never know what names are going to pop up. And remember, the unicorn, me, I'm a fan. So some people on my list are always going to be fan driven. But some of them are also going to be good human driven as well as technical driven. I remember last week I inducted Ferg and Ferg's abs, two separately on one mountain. But yes, Charmel and King Booker made it together. Macho Man did also make it last week. Charmel and King Booker made my list together. The New Day made my list together. Who else was on my list? Mia Yim was on my list.
One. New Day's one.
New Day is a oneer.
It's
They
one. One helmet.
they're
One. Whatever. So,
one big brick. Remember, your Mount Rushmore picks are your happy places. So sometimes you might want to add another head, or you might want to go and redesign the head of the mountain. But that's going to be your happy place where you want to go. Ahmed Johnson had
what does everybody want?
an interesting. Ahmed Johnson did have my attention as a kid. Yes.
Holy shit!
Yes.
That's
Good one, my brother DJ Dan Dominguez. Good one. Good one.
wow.
But as we wrap up tonight's program, don't forget to hit up the socials. Don't forget to send us emails, comment, like, share. Definitely comment, like, and share. Rather if it's here on whatever platform you're on. Guys, get the chew. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Hopefully, I
Sorry.
actually do
I
get to
got
do the
so
read.
excited that I was like,
No, yeah. But hopefully I do get to do that read.
anyway, if you're into interracial just I don't care. Just if you need to, if you've never done that before and you're just a little curious,
Get the
I
chill.
mean,
But
do
yes,
code brothers for 10% off.
good brother. Code good brother, get 10%
Good
off.
brother.
Yes, the code is
Code.
good brother.
It's a real thing, by the way. Code good brother to get 10%
Get the chill.
off your
Your chew.
Sex Ferguson starter pack. If you know, then you know.
If you know, you know.
What?
All right, babies. Make sure you check us out. We thank you for jumping on. It has been our pleasure. For Spiffy, I'm the unicorn. Good night, babies.
I can't believe girls like that will put up with me for like almost 2 hours. It's all because of you guys. Please keep watching and tell your friends. Thank you for watching the train wreck. If you have a train wreck, you got a blue chew. You gotta
Code good brother.